Give me the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you. That's actually an interesting question.
That's a hard question though, because I know there's
That's
a
a
lot
very
of
hard.
weird things, but I just try to forget them, you know.
Guys, we got 4 viewers.
Okay, well,
got
I've got
4
one.
viewers.
I've got one if you want to know.
All right, let's go you first,
Okay, so
Alex.
basically this was like a little bit after the holidays, right? And so
Yeah.
me, my dad, and my grandmother were all there. We're all asleep on the second floor. So this was like a 6th-floor building.
Where is
This is in Brooklyn, and we owned it. It was a
Alright.
brownstone, so we just owned it. And so we were on the second floor, and so we all went to sleep. In the morning, we found almost everything in our house robbed. Like everything was gone. Like
No way.
But the guy went apparently like the guy went like up the stairs, took everything, and like all of our doors were unlocked, and our dog was there, but our dog never barked. So he just like barely avoided our rooms, but you know he was like right there, and he was just like
Jeez.
all around us. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's scary, bro.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Yeah. Then
You
I had
know-
anxiety. Like if I hear sounds in the house now, like it still happens. It's like PTSD.
This is not really like a weird story. I mean, it kind of is, but like I know there's a lot of weird things have happened to me, but this is like the most recent thing that I can remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure something will come back in the future, but like so I can say it. But when I first moved to London, Bodhi already knows this.
Yeah.
It was like the first week in London, right? And then so we were looking at our house, like our new house, right? And because we were about to move into it, my dog was still in the Netherlands because we were moving from the Netherlands to London. So we're looking in the house and we wanted to check to make sure like the things worked. And for some reason the fridge was off. Usually you never turn the fridge off because it's
Yeah.
like so like the fridge was off. So we were like, oh shit, we should probably turn the fridge on to make sure it actually works. 'Cause, you know, you don't want to buy a house with a fridge that doesn't work. So we turned the fridge on and like so like my dad lifts me up because it's like it's like really high up like on the roof the switch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I click the switch, and then like behind the fridge, we hear this like popping sound, and then it just like
Jesus.
it like blows up, like literally behind the fridge, and like a shitload of black smoke just like bellows out. We all run out of the back door, and I just like throw the shoes out, and we like my dad runs upstairs to try to get the fire extinguisher, and it's like this like tiny like fire extinguisher. It's like and he
Yeah.
like sprays it. He has like 2 pumps, and it just like stops working. So we just abandon ship. And you know, like obviously, like fire requires oxygen, and I accidentally left the back door open. So like,
Of course.
it was like
Right, give me
we had like a steady supply of oxygen. So like the fire was like growing. It was not good, bro. And then
Oh.
and this was like a brand new house. Like they redid like the carpets and everything. So we got out of the house. We called the police, and we were just standing out there, and it was like so obvious that the house was on fire. There was like a bunch of
Yeah.
smoke coming out, and like none of the neighbors came out or anything. And then the police, like even when the fire department came, like no one came out, and we were just like, okay, maybe it's a good thing we didn't move into this neighborhood. But
Yeah.
my dad, the landlord came back, and my dad basically just handed him the keys, and there was like thousands of dollars worth of like smoke damage on this brand new house.
Damn.
So basically we moved back to like we moved back into like temporary housing, which was like this tiny apartment thing. And our dog was stuck in the Netherlands and all of our stuff because like we weren't moving back in the house. It would take like months to repair because of the
Yeah.
smoke damage. So we were in this like like small like 2-bedroom like thing in like the central London, and we were just like, we were chilling, and then one day it was like this was all really stressful as well because like it was like the new school. We were at like a new school,
Yeah.
and then it was like 3 hours there and like 3 hours back. It was painful, bro. Compared to like my commuting time in the Netherlands, which was like 20 minutes by bike, it was like a big difference.
Yeah.
But like so I was in my apartment, well not my apartment, my parents' apartment, and then my mom, me and my sister, we walked down the stairs because we were like it was like apartment building, so it was like multiple rooms, and I tried to open the door, and like I just can't open it, and for some reason I can't open it, so I try harder, and like and then I realized I look at it, and there's like boards, and it's like bolted, like the entire door is like bolted from the inside, like someone just nailed a bunch of
Jesus.
boards to shut the door. So I looked to the left, and like and like there's like a bunch of wires, and like the door to the wire to like the wire compartment that closes it has been ripped off, and it was boarded onto the door, and we were like, what the hell? Like, how are we gonna get out? Like, someone like literally locked us in. So we noticed that there's like another door off the side, and it's like to like this janitor's closet, and we go in there, and it's like attached to abandoned pub, and there's like you know what squatters are, right? It's like homeless people like take
Yeah.
residence of like abandoned like buildings and things. So there's like four like random guys, like probably like high on drugs or something, and then my mom just walks in there, and she's like, "Oh, are you guys like the janitor?" Because my mom's like, she's like no idea what's going on, bro. And then she like quickly realizes, she was like, "Oh shit." So we all just like run upstairs and just lock ourselves in the room, and we're just like, "Oh wait, you know what should we do?" And we're like, "Oh wait, we should probably call the cops, because like we have no idea what the heck
Yeah.
what the heck these guys are doing." So we call the cops, they come, and it turns out they thought the building next to the pub was abandoned as well, because these
Oh.
I kind of feel bad for these guys, because these guys they can get in a lot of trouble for squatting is actually legal, but if you squat in like a residence that like has people in it, it's like super illegal. So like they felt really bad, and I'll probably, we can send a picture like in the description of this YouTube video, but they sent a note, and it was they attached a note when we left for school, because we were leaving like to another apartment, because we didn't want to stay there anymore. So we were leaving to like another apartment building, and they attached a note to the thing, and I took a picture of it, and it was the funniest thing ever, bro. It was I'll
What
put
is
it we can put it in the description of the video. I don't remember what the note said, but it had like hearts at the bottom of it, and it was so funny, bro. But yeah, that's my weird story. First week, it was like the first week we had
Nice.
to call 999 twice.
Oh my god.
Pretty funny, dude.